Hello, guys. This is Liz from the Randomly Liz podcast. Today, we are having a guest, and this is our first video shoot. I hope it's going to be what I expect or more of what you guys expect. Karibuni sana to another episode of Randomly Liz from the Randomly Liz podcast. Thank you for those who have followed us on TikTok. It's Lisa Leslie. For those who have downloaded our random talks from Randomly Liz podcast on Dundo, we also are grateful. Thank you so much. It was a race since we had started, but so far so good. So on today's episode, our guest is going to introduce herself. She'll tell us more of who she is as an individual, what she's doing, about her life, and then we're going to be having some random questions here. I don't know what they are. These were made by the producer. I don't know what questions are inside here. So she's going to be picking one and we are going to be having a discussions on them. So, karibu sana.
Thank you so much for
Yeah.
the invite. This I can't wait to see what it's going to look like in this podcast. This is my first time to be in a podcast, by the way. So yeah, my name is Lencer Odero. Just a normal girl, a girl that is down to earth. I'm a very calm, patient girl, loving, hardworking girl. And yeah, I think every other thing about me you will get to know or learn as we proceed the podcast. Thank you so much for the invite.
Karibu sana Lencer. So normally wakisema humble, it has a lot of variety in it. Wewe pia ni small girl, big God.
Yeah, we are the God. We are the God, manzi.
Tell me about your big God. Is your big God driving a Prado?
Oh my goodness, we are getting there. My big God is working. You see, at his own time, he'll make things right. Yeah, eventually. Yeah.
Okay, we have people with big gods who are driving Prados. We have people with big gods who own lands, and we have people with the big god who's actually up in the sky.
And we have people with big gods who are taking step at a time, a day at a time. Yeah.
Okay, I hope a big god is my big god.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Lencer, for gracing us with your presence, rather. So I'd like to know a little about. I don't know. It's not supposed to be in the interview line, but wewe as a parent, I'd just like to know what is parenting been like for you, or who is Lencer generally? Yeah.
So Lencer is a girl that has a son. So yeah, I'm a parent, and as a parent, as a young parent, it has not been an easy road because of the life that we have right now, when it comes to finances, when it comes to emotions, when it comes to just understanding how you can raise a son in this harsh world. So it has not been easy as a parent. We have, of course, challenges that I've been experiencing, but we are learning each and every day. Yeah, we always say that parental has no manual. How it comes,
True.
that's how you handle it.
Yeah.
Like today, your child can come, or you can see a different kind of behavior from your child. The way you're gonna handle that is how it's gonna be. So you did not come knowing that this is how I'm supposed to handle my son or my daughter or whoever it is. So yeah, it's challenging, but you're getting there. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. They say that when you go to the hospital with a big stomach, you get out of there with a stranger.
Yeah.
They send you home with a stranger. They don't even tell you what you're going to do.
Exactly.
And then they expect the stranger goes home with you and start looking at you funnily, and eventually you fall in love with this stranger. Yeah, it's a funny road. Yeah. So I'd like to know about you after post-birth, about post-birth experiences. Like, okay, 90% of the girls in my DM prior, when I was, I think they just thought maybe I was someone that they knew that had experienced what they were going through at the moment. Most of them used to ask me about weight stuff. Yeah, post-birth weight, baby weight. So most of them used to ask me about that. Lisa, how did you do this? How did you lose your weight? Am I supposed to be worried? I'd like to know
Yeah.
what did you have concerns in that area? Yeah.
Yeah. So in that area, yeah, I had concern because before I got pregnant, I used to weigh 55. Used to weigh 55, 56, 57 there. I never surpassed that. So when I got pregnant, my weight I added a lot of weight. I remember before I gave birth, I was 73 kgs.
Okay.
So after giving birth, my weight shoot until I was 78 kgs. So imagine a girl who has never surpassed 60 kgs to 78 kgs. The stress, you look at yourself, you feel like you're not beautiful, you're not confident, and you just want to go back to the weight that you used to be to have. So yeah, it was challenging, and later on we worked through it, and right now I can say I am 65 kgs, which is still not the weight that I used to be, but from 78 to 65, that is a huge difference. And yeah, I'm happy with my weight right now. But it is something that is challenging to most of the women who, if maybe you're a petite kind of person, then when you just get pregnant, you become maybe more, your weight just increases all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So it's a challenge that most of the women are experiencing. Yeah, but exercise, you can do exercise, you eat healthy. Some people prefer intermittent fasting, some people prefer you don't anyway,
Personally, how did you deal with it? What did you do?
Okay, what I did, I used to work with the aloe vera gel products.
Oh, you didn't get yourself a Luo man?
No, okay. Okay, that one. See, that's when we'll talk about it later. But what I did, I used a product known as aloe vera gel. So I used to take it in the morning before I take anything, and then at night when I go to sleep. And then I used to watch what I eat. I was so strict in diet. Yeah, that's what worked for me. And also fasting. But now my fasting was not an intermittent fasting. My fasting was a prayer and fasting, because I was in a very dark place in my life at that moment. So I used to fast a lot. So the fasting and prayer also helped me reduce the weight. Yeah, that's what helped me. Actually, the fasting and prayer, sana, that is what reduced my weight. Yeah.
So fasting and prayer, it's interesting. You've talked about praying because you said you were going through some things. I'd like to know, was it PND or did you have issues that you're dealing with other than the parenting part?
It was other issues. It was again postpartum depression. It was that, and then there's also other issues that were aligning, and then again it was just so many things that caused that.
So I don't know, for me 90% of the people that ask me about weight loss and journey, I think maybe for me I've been having it easy because I understand my body. And my body sort of responds. If it's food, it responds to it. If it's lack of it, it also responds to it. So I can say that if I want to lose weight and I take a lemon, just the zest in the morning, I know that by the end of the day, just the one full lemon in the morning, I know that by tomorrow I'll start feeling something. Yeah. And I know that if I take walks, I do a lot of walks. If I take a lot of walks, I know that I'm going to be losing my weight. I know that if I eat a lot of food, it's not going to have an impact. I don't know where my food goes. The food doesn't affect my weight. I've tried. There's a time that I actually wanted to just poof. I just wanted to balloon, in the right places, of course. But it wasn't working. So I told the people that came to me regarding weight, I always tell them, don't stress about that, because one thing that is constant is that you're going to reduce that weight one way or the other. You had built up that weight because there was someone inside you. You are taking extra meals. You are eating for more than one person, and that's actually had to lead to you adding weight. So now that you'll be eating for one person for a short while again, this other person you are going to be feeding for is going to be feeding through you. And breastfeeding actually helps with the weight loss. I don't know if parents know that, but breastfeeding actually helps with the weight loss a lot. It's what worked for me mostly. Hey, my baby used to breastfeed. Where?
I think in my case, when it comes to breastfeeding, it was different because my kid stopped breastfeeding at 5 months.
Oh,
So I didn't breastfeed for long. So I
Oh.
think maybe that's why I was experiencing.
Yeah, that's why you
yeah.
had an issue, probably. So other than the breastfeeding, also walking worked for me, and not stressing about it. Normally I feel like the more you stress about something, the more it doesn't
Yeah,
work
it
out.
doesn't work
It's
out.
like a waited pot never boils. Like you just keep on worrying until to a point that you feel that you are not pretty enough. And I always say that you've just had a baby. It was a huge milestone. It's something huge. You need to just take your
Yeah,
time,
take your time.
enjoy this new person, and maybe
The men make us feel
like you're not pretty enough.
Yeah, the men.
Tell me about that.
The husbands and the boyfriends and whatever it is, they make you feel.
Yeah, that's sad. We do. Unfortunately, most of us didn't have supportive people during
Yeah,
that period when you're supposed to.
They're not understanding when it comes to. They don't understand. Yeah, it's just
Pregnancy and birth is a major thing for most of us ladies, especially those who had kids before marriage. Yeah, it becomes a lot because somehow the men feel like it's not their responsibility to be holding you down at that moment.
You're not pretty enough. You cannot.
From the moment you get pregnant, you're totally a different person.
Yeah.
And that is a discussion that we should also be having soon. The moment you get pregnant, the men start behaving weirdly. And funny enough, I've had several conversations regarding this.
And most
it's
of
just
the
the
men,
same
they cheat
feedback.
when you're pregnant.
Exactly.
And
You are not the same. They become weird.
I don't know. I don't know if they almost that chase them away. I don't know.
Tell me about that. What happens actually? Why do they cheat so much? Why? It's like a key.
It's like the kid is driving them away.
Men cheat a lot. The moment someone is pregnant, you'll always hear that story. My husband is seeing so and so, and that is the moment that a woman actually needs you more, because
can't
that
give
is they mess up when you're at your most vulnerable. Like the issue
Because
with
you
Cardi
cannot
B or
give them
something.
the styles.
What can't we do at that moment?
You cannot give them the styles. You cannot
Monkey style.
You cannot
What?
put your legs up.
Aish.
You
I think I could. I don't remember. But anyway, I
You're
feel
not
like
flexible enough.
No, I feel like men should mature up. Parents should have these conversations with their kids, especially once you've impregnated someone's daughter, you stop living for yourself. You need to actually consider the other person too, because the entire process is crazy. And no man is in tune with it. No man knows what they're going to experience, because every pregnancy is different. So I feel like it would help if we had men supporting us during that period. But then there are some other good men. Not all of them
course,
are crappy.
Not all men.
Yeah.
There are great men outside here.
Yeah, I've seen people being given push gifts, being taken to places,
Imagine.
being given spas. You've been taken to a spa, you have massage, and then your man is always there, just a dial away. That is fantasy.
Beautiful. I know.
That is fantasy, but oh well, yeah, it's exciting. So about the growth during the period of your child's growth, you've said it's 5 years. So I was wondering, did you have issues with the development part, or were you one of those parents when they knew what was supposed to happen? Because we have people who, just like you said, parenting does not have a manual.
Yeah.
So we don't know at this age, is the kid supposed to be talking? Is the kid supposed to be walking? We have people who are actually just pressurize you into thinking this is what is supposed to be happening. So how did you handle that?
At first, I was so frustrated because like my son did not start speaking like any normal child who by 2 years is supposed to be speaking or supposed to be doing this. He was slow into
Speech.
Speech. He had a slow speech. I don't know how it's called. I think there's a name of that. There's a name for that. But my child had an issue. So it was stressing me because most of people have opinions.
I know, right?
Like neighbors, they have opinions. Your family members, they have opinions.
The in-laws.
The opinions can get into you until you start feeling frustrated about them. But for now, with time, I came to realize that it's not about they're supposed to be speaking at 2 years or 3 years. Every child is different in its in its own way. There are some that are slow in speech, but later on they pick up and they become so intelligent and brilliant kids. There are some that will speak earlier enough,
Yeah.
but still become slower as they grow.
As they go
So
through.
I came to understand that, and I made peace with that. Yeah, and I'm just okay.
Yeah, and also there's something that I also learned on TikTok. Nowadays, TikTok is better than a university degree. Sorry to say. What I learned on TikTok was that most of our kids are being affected by the cartoons they're watching as
Yeah.
they grow up. So utapata, like your child is so into Cocomelon, or let's say, which one can I reference? The other one I had was someone was saying that their kid cannot speak English, cannot understand their English because they're Nigerian. And so she has to fake, she has to fake the American accent so that the baby
Because
can understand.
the baby is used to the TV cartoons.
Yeah, so I according to how the comment section, what I was getting, another one said that my baby used to listen to what?
Britain English cartoons.
No, was it Peppa Pig? Oh no, no. This, how do you call them? What do you call them? I've forgotten the name. They're like parrots or something. But okay, you can imagine the way
So
Peppa Pig speaks.
he's talking like a parrot.
Yeah, the kid used to. Everyone just had an opinion, but what was relevant is that every kid percent of the cartoon that they
Yeah,
watch
exactly,
most.
yeah.
So I feel like for us parents also, we should watch what our kids are watching. If they reach a stage where they're supposed to start speaking, let's give them a relatable kind of cartoon at that moment. Maybe people cartoon, or people that actually speak, not people that emulates cartoons at that point, so that they can develop. Child development mostly is what they see and what they hear, because they come clueless. So I don't know. Yeah, so we are going to get back, we're going to have a short break, then we are going to come back to this. I'm excited. Yes.